Hey everybody, back again with another one. Uh, got the Falcon today. Gonna be pretty cool. I'm gonna start right in on this thing and see about knocking it out here. Yes, this is Sam Wilson, but no, it is not Sam Wilson, Captain America. It is the Falcon. It was one of the last couple of incarnations of the character from the original suit, the red and white line, and this was the really flashy one right there before he became Captain America. So, if you like the character, we got him right here. Um, so, I'm just going to keep cutting into this thing and drilling it out here. Um, I made sure to get plenty of time to get on today early and stay pretty much on point for my 4 o'clock hour where I live here in Central. Hey, John, thanks for coming on, man. Been a while, bud. Um, I just wanted to make sure that my timing was pretty fair today because I'm knocking out a test page for my how-to tutorials. A bunch of you have been asking me about those and, would I do training and whatnot. And yeah, the answer is yes, I do have those on the way. And yes, I do coaching and have students and stuff like that. And I do help people learn how to draw comics. So, what I'm going to be doing is putting all that together in a nice big course that I'm putting out in August. And you guys will be able to buy that fairly affordably because it's not going to be something that's untouchable by most artists' living means. I'm keeping it very low grade and affordable as far as price point. I'm not soliciting it, so don't get me wrong. There's no need to run off. I'm going to be talking about the card. It's just I wanted you guys to know why I was on so early today is because of the fact that I want to give proper time to that as it comes down the line so that you get the best effect. And I want to keep on my word for releasing it fairly soon. So, with that said, I've been knocking that out today and been chomping at the bit to do this card because of the fact that this character is one of my all-time favorite Captain America Avenger offshoot characters. I love what they're doing with him in the film universe. I really, really dig that version. But the comic book version is always going to be my favorite, just because of the fact that this character doesn't budge where a lot of the other characters do. I mean, they'll have leniencies and whatnot, and they'll be like, well, on this time I'll think about this or that and the other. But Sam never folds. He never has. I've never seen him break down and give up or give in to anything that he doesn't find ethically sound. And I think that's due to the soldier in him, but still, nonetheless, this guy is just insanely cool. And he's a highly underestimated character and underrated character, as far as I'm concerned. So, I've always been a hardcore fan for this guy, and I would like to see him make a leveraged comeback away from the Captain America run and get into Falcon on his own. But we'll see. I have no idea what Marvel's doing at this point as far as this character's concerned. And don't get me wrong, I'm not going to knock him. Got something on my knuckle there. Um, but yeah, I really dig this character, and he's got a lot of for what people consider more of a second string type of persona with this character. I always thought that he was a mainstreamer because I mean, even more than um, a lot of the secondary Avengers. Uh, this guy's got a lot of clout, and nobody gives it to him and gives him the credit and props that he deserves as a mainstream Marvel contender, especially with the African American characters that they have. Um, this guy is really underutilized in that arena. Power Man gets all the credit. Luke Cage, and you'll see characters like the Black Panther, which in recent movie incarnations are getting a lot of leverage and whatnot. But this guy is insanely cool because of the fact that he's gone through all those same trials and tribulations, and a lot of them before the others. So, you know, uh, I mean, Luke Cage has been around for a while. Power Man's been around for a while, but I know so has Falcon because this was the uh, meant to be the sidekick to replace Bucky after he made his comeback and then he died. And that's what Captain America was supposed to have him as, is a new sidekick. And that it's sad that they did that, but that's what he was supposed to do, and that's what he is in the films now. He is Cap's sidekick, and unfortunately for a lot of comic fans, he's stuck in the background. And this is one of the characters that actually stands out the most in Marvel. Now I'm squishing that side of his cheek there because I'm having him lean like he's turning at an angle, and that's the reason for him leaning in, and that's the reason for the squashed mask there. It's because I'm making him lean to this side. He's leaning his shoulder into that side to tip himself over. So if you could see his feet and stuff, he would be going off to the side here and sloping out like that. And that's the reason why I'm having him change position. So it is not off kilter. It's just the deeper pose that you can't see off may look a little funky. And I just wanted it to be clarified for you guys of what I'm making him do there. I got some really interesting feedback off of this one too. When I was showing it before I came on, everybody seemed to really resonate with this character. I don't know if it's the popularity or if they like the way that I draw him. I'm not quite sure. Um, so I hope it's a little bit of both because the character deserves it for sure. But yeah, I hope you guys like the way I'm drawing him. I got a lot of solid feedback on the pose, which I was cool with. I enjoy that. Gonna go ahead and cut his hair in here before I mess with the eyes, because he keeps a very clean hairline. Go a little 80s style here with the ridged hairline and the smooth top, because that's from his military days. He kept that. Kept the hair almost a crew cut type look. Gonna knock out this suit here. I like making it curve with the edge of the body. A lot of people are hit and miss with that. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Put in that rib cage there. Drop that shadow where the arm folds under. Put that shadow on the lat there, on the back as well. Now in here, he's got these wing style divots here, which I'm really digging those. And they go right across the lower abdomen there. And I think they make a wing shape is what they're supposed to simulate. There's 3 of them down the side there, and they lead into this red down here. Put some really cool marks on him. Go ahead and put in that drop for the back. I'm trying to shadow this out a little bit to hold off some definition for the wings, because let's see, that one's pocketed off, that one's pocketed off, that one's pocketed off. All right. Trying to add in that depth of the side for the wings, for his back and whatnot, so we can get that all trimmed out there. Get in the old abba-dabbas. So this character's coming off really, really fast, and as it should, because he's just that easy. I like to put in these extra armband straps. A lot of people don't put these in, but I do. I like them on there. It's hit or miss. Some people put them in as blocks, solid blocks like red segments, but I like to put them in as the rectangles as they originally appeared, and pop those in that way. Get off the edge of this card here. This one's coming out pretty quick. I'm going to go back over here and put in the rest of this arm, and that connective tissue underneath there, and then the lat there. Sometimes he has visors as well. Sometimes these will be bubbles. I don't particularly like to do that. I like to leave mine open as eyeballs. And as he's angry, we're going to squint them up a little bit. I'm going to put a high shadow up under here because this is his eyelid and they're all open and whatnot. So we got to make sure that they match up. Now I'm going to cut them. I got to be careful, don't make them look weird. I want him looking up. And get over in there. Put a little highlight. Done deal. Now because he's going upward, I'm going to have him cut this way. And I'm going to highlight it from this side. And black it out all the way across. I really, really dig this character. Sorry. Somebody told me, he said, Hey, what's Chuck Larabee doing cosplay for? If you don't know who Chuck Larabee is, he's a character on Last Man Standing. That's funny. The things we do. Okay. Now I've got Red Wing back here. Drawing this big guy. Got to make sure not to screw him up so he didn't look like a big chicken. That would be horrible. I'm going to leave him a little more abstract than most people would, but I'm going to have him coming down in a shadow. Don't worry, I'm not going to cop out on him. It's just I'm going to leave him in a lot more shadow than most people would color him out, but I'm not going to. I'm going to put him abstract because of the fact that I want him to have the respect and highlight that he has, and I want him to hold the mass that he has. So I'm going to put in that other foot. Okay. Now I'm going to go over here and put in the rest of that wing. Now, Falcons are a little bit different than Eagles. They have this top ridge right here, which comes in with these soft, almost down style feathers. And then the big majestic feathers come out, you know, the ones that are trademarked for flying down on you and swooping down and, you know, whatnot. And that's what I like to see right there. Like I said, again, it's got this down thing going on. And that's where the soft feathers that they molt are from. And then they have these big, huge feathers that they separate. It's crazy. Mother Nature at its best. What can I say? Gonna put that eye in really high so he doesn't end up looking like a pigeon. I know I joke about this stuff, but yeah. I'm going to go ahead and refine these wings just a little bit more because these are metallic. You know, Stan Lee decided to explain this suit one time, how it functioned. And he said that there were sensors in his hands. He would, when he clenched his fist, they would come up, kind of like Spider-Man's web shooters, and made it very practical. And then later on, they went back and said that in one of the newer suits, that he's got nanotechnology in his body, and he has thought technology, so he can think about them, and they extend out and act like Doc Ock's arms. So they extend out that way. That's really, really cool. That was an interesting twist. Hey, Tom, thanks for making it, man. Let's see. I think I'm going to put in a little bit of shadow work on this, but because this suit is so bright red and white, I'm not going to do a lot of heavy shadowing on it. I'm just going to go ahead and refine it a little bit more for another minute or two, and then I'm going to call it done. Because like I said, at this angle, I don't want to monkey that up. I didn't want to do it, and it's a technical term. Yeah, that's a technical term. So I always say I'm not going to monkey it up or muck it up. I'm not going to do it, man. I'm not going to do it. I don't want to risk messing up the card here. Not for risk of overworking the material, because you guys have seen me burn through some of these. But more importantly, not to over render and kill the effect of the card itself from the image. It's like, you can't see what's going on. You've burned it out. All the details gone. My mind can't handle it. I can't extrapolate what's going on. I've seen that happen. Information overload. It does happen. So, with this one done, we're going to call it a day. Unless you guys have anything going on, any questions or anything, we've got that one wrapped up. And let's see here. I'm going to be posting some finished cards, not tonight, but tomorrow. So watch my timeline for those if you would. You'll be able to see a lot of the finished catch-up stuff. I've got like a dozen of those things going up that are color inked and colored and all that now. Let's see what's for tomorrow. We're going back over to DC side for the Scarecrow. Let me see. I've got Scarecrow tomorrow. Thursday I have Two-Face. Let me see what today is. Today is Wednesday, so we're going to go tomorrow, which is Thursday, Scarecrow, and then Friday I've got Two-Face lined up. And then Saturday is going to be the big one. I've got Batman coming up. You guys are not going to want to miss that one. So, a little DC run this weekend, and thanks for hanging out with me. Enjoy the rest of your week. Catch you guys tomorrow. And like I said, watch for postings and stuff, because I got a couple of sample pages coming up. And I'm going to do a couple of little tutorials now and again, and get ready for this big course coming out. And you guys will be able to snatch it. So talk to you later. Take care.